Hello, people. We are back. A2TP, the podcast, episode 246, and we are back for another episode of us. Hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. That's why we're here with this episode. It's your boy International Walt sitting here with the beautiful.
Your girl Tasha goes with the mostest.
And we back for us. Appreciate our fans out there. Sometimes it's a struggle, but we appreciate the fans. Let's get right to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great.
How's the baby?
Oh, I'm your baby.
Who put baby? Nobody put baby in the corner this week?
You won't even watch that with me, so how you gonna quote the lines from it?
What is it from again?
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I was about to say, I know the line, but I don't necessarily know the movie.
You won't watch it with me. I don't even know if it will hold up still.
And then watching Dead Guy?
I think it's one of those movies, too, that I heard somebody kind of reference where, like, the age difference today is kind of like, I don't know if that was weird. Acceptable. But I don't think I realized that as a kid because, like, she was away at a dance camp. And I didn't take her to be a child. Maybe she was, like, a late teen. But I don't know. I would have to watch it again to really get the context because people have said, like, he should have never been messing with baby. But nevertheless, his baby, I am good. Mentally, I'm a 9. I feel really good. You know what? And this is my own self. I take accountability. I was feeling like kind of lethargic, like mental lethargy. Just like had to like shake it off. And you know what I realized? I needed to go to the gym. I went to the gym today and I felt so good. And I think what it was too, more than just needing to go to the gym, needing to stop stressing about it. And
get in where you fit in?
Yeah, and like trying to figure it out in my head. Oh, I gotta be up I gotta be up at 6:30 and leave out the house at 7 and then hurry up back and it's like that may not always be feasible, but just really take a moment, step back, and like you said, get in where it fit in. Take your clothes with you, and then that way, maybe don't come home. Change, in between, your work day somewhere. I love going to the gym with my baby. Our schedules just don't always align that way. So I think that's what it was more. Needing to go, but also needing to stop stressing about going and just do it. Yeah, so I feel like a 9. I feel good. Finances an 8. Thank you, God, for your blessings. Work is a 9. Work is good. Work is good. So I have my days where like it comes down on me and it makes me feel like it's a lot, and it is. And then when I'm out there with the people and I'm having conversations and talking to people in like very destitute situations, and like somebody will have like a great conversation and it just kind of brings you back to that, like people just need help. People just need help, and not everybody who you see that's homeless, that looks unkept, that's in a bad situation, did
it to themselves.
Exactly. Some people just literally fell on hard times. Could have
had a death in the family.
Yeah.
Not dealing with grief all that well and lost their path.
Yeah.
There are a million reasons why you're in destitute or on the street.
And sometimes it's the people that's doing good in life that are not good people. And I'm not saying everybody, people got family members who, it's like, oh, Bobby always find himself in trouble. Bobby always doing something. And maybe that's the case and people get tired of helping Bobby. And when you turn your back on Bobby and it's like, Bobby don't have nothing. Like Bobby literally in the street. Talked to this man today, and I'm going to make this really short. He was like, last night I slept on the concrete. He's like, I'm staying with my uncle because my dad died and he left the house to his brother. The brother left the house to his son. So it's just them. They let me come there sometimes. But then if my cousin got a girlfriend that come over, he tell me I got to sit outside. I don't know how long the girl going to be here. Then he was like, he told me the other night, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, I could come and take a shower. Then I got to leave. And you know what he said?
What?
I don't want to do that. Leave out the house and my pores and stuff is open. It's just not something you expect to hear from like a homeless. Like he had a lot of sense, and like he was like, I slept on the concrete. It's hard sleeping on the concrete. So and he was like, just the way his family was treating him, he was like, I don't have nothing. He worked. He worked at FedEx. He was like, I'm trying to get things together. He worked at FedEx. He was like, sometimes I go there, I'm so tired, I don't even go home. I go in the break room, take a nap, and work another shift. So that's that. Work is a 9. The people always like bring me back, and I pray and ask God to just continue to guide my steps, and He guided my steps back to the people. But and then physically, I feel great today. I feel like a 9. Went to the gym. And I had a good workout. I always feel like when I work out, I want to make my baby proud if he was there for me. I didn't go back to the pit. I went actually to the floor and did some stuff over there, but I had a really, really good workout. How are you?
I'm good. Mentally, I feel like a 9. I don't have no stresses. My daughter asked me to get into some shit with her, but that's just help. It's not like really stress or nothing like that.
Oh wait, can I just say this?
Yes.
There's certain things in life that I know you won't do for people. Just most people won't do for people because it's like an arduous task. So knowing you, I know like it's your daughter, you wouldn't say no, but like she probably don't even realize like how big of a symbol of love that is, because you wouldn't help anybody else do that.
Nope. I didn't want to help her. What she wanted, I wanted to pay for it. But it'd be strangers and shit. But that's neither here nor there. That's my daughter, and I want to be of service to her in her life when she, when I can help. Mm-hmm. I can't always help with everything, but some time and a little bit of effort, I'm sure. And she could pay me with lunch or something like that. So we're all good there. Finances is an 8, thank you God. Work is a 9, nothing going on there special. And physically, I feel like a 9. I do feel like I need to kick it up in the gym. I'm at the gym a lot by myself, and sometimes
I feel like that was shade.
I'll be wanting her to be there because she's motivation, but I gotta kick it back up a notch and just get back on, like, exhausting myself in the gym like I used to.
Why?
Just because I want to kick it up. I want to lose 10 more pounds and then taper off and maybe go 3 times a week, 4 times a week instead of every day.
But you know what we talked about too? I think your body, I think right now your body is maintaining where you may have hit a plateau because your body is used to the same thing. Mm-hmm. So we talked about like kind of switching up. I know you said it was hard, like doing the cardio at the end, but you may need to like do something different to like shake your body up, like, we ain't never worked like this before. Mm-hmm. Because your body just may be like, okay, we used to this routine. Even though it may be tiring, your body just may have got used to it where you need to like kick it up, but like just do it in a different way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's
kind of what I meant. I didn't mean like go try to be Incredible Hulk.
But I feel like you have
kick it up a notch.
With the weights, like I don't feel like you go to your full capacity. Like even when you do the pull-ups, you do like 2, 3, and I know you can bust out 20.
No, but I would need my arms for what I'm doing at the moment. The pull-out, I can't do no 20. That's way too much confidence in me.
You can do 10.
I can get to 10.
And then over time you can get to 20. I was lifting the big
plates today on the bench press though. I didn't have the small plate, the medium plate and the small plate. I just had the big plates. So yeah, I was getting that in, but I just want to kick it up a notch. I got some belts on order for us so we can, do our deadlifts without popping a fucking disc out, because that's dangerous when you lifting them things like that without no belt. Okay. You want to have your back tight and all that shit. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel like I'm like holding you back or
you're not holding me back. It's just it's like seeing you, training you, or you getting it in. It's like it's just it is a feeling like you want to be there with somebody. That's all it is. It's not like I'm throwing shade at you, but it is a feeling of us going together so much that it's like, oh shit, like you miss you when you're not there. It's like damn. And then I still can get a good workout in and sweat, but it's like, you know, we will be doing stuff together. Like, accountability and pushing each other a little bit.
Well, and when I say holding you back, meaning like I know it can be a little tedious to like keep switching the plates and stuff because you need heavier plates than me. But, you know, we can work that out so that like maybe I'm doing something different while you're doing that, and then we can switch so it's like you don't have to keep switching them for me, just so that, you know, you can work out to your full potential. Because, you know, I try to go as heavy as I can, but sometimes it'd be like, I can't move this.
I did 50, but I did 5 at a time because 10 was like, all right, it's a little heavy. Like, I'm not used to the big plates, but I did 5 at a time, 10 times, and so I got to 50, but it was like, okay, I could feel that all in my chest. Yeah.
What's your wows and woes for this week?
My wow is getting closer to our little trip. Not nothing big, nothing small. Just
Time
a little
away.
trip.
It's
Yeah,
us,
a little in and out. So looking forward to that. Not our weed situation over. It's just it's dire. But yeah, just looking forward to going to handle that, getting right, and getting back to it. I know we got Thanksgiving coming up soon. It's October the 1st.
Date in the show.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's October.
But it's October. You can do stuff. So yeah, that's just on my plate, and shit I gotta get for the house. Like, that's where my head is. So yeah, that's I'm good there.
We were talking about wows. That was your wow. Okay.
Woe is I don't have any. No woes. Nothing bad happened. I ain't gonna manufacture no woes. All good. What about you?
My wow, our baby sister came to spend some time with me this week. And that was good. You know, she's our baby sister, but she's 32. So she's a full grown adult. But, you know, she has her own life. She has a busy life. She's an amazing hairstylist. So, you know, she kind of has an unconventional schedule. My schedule is all over the place. So we talk often. But I don't ever want, for people that I really love and am close to, I never want to fall into that, like, because you communicate on social media, or, you know, you seeing each other pictures, like you're spending time together, or like you're updated on people's, like, that in-person interaction is important to me. So, you know, we hadn't seen each other in like a month and a half, like 6 weeks. And, you know, we wanted to fix that, so we spent some time together. We had some original plans, but it kind of got thwarted, but we still made an effort to see each other, spend time together, and look. So that was, you know, a good day. I made some food for her. Cooking for people is I realize is one of my ways that I show love. But you got something to say there?
No, I was just brought back a.
Well, because I didn't have the opportunity to cook for you that day because of a scheduling conflict. But I thought we had addressed that.
We did. It's just you had said something, and it was just like,
It brought it back up.
And then you said after that, that's how I show love. So it was like, damn.
But then I
knew you was gonna say something about the fucking rice.
But because that was my intention, I never had an intention not to be here for dinner, and we talked about this.
I'm not upset about it.
But you're bringing it up.
No, you brought it up.
You said, that brought it up. I just said, That brought it up.
Yeah, because it was like, oh, that's how you show love. Or you cook for people that day and didn't cook for me.
Oh, God.
Like, that's what
I actually did cook for you.
Oh, I knew he was going to say the rice.
I made you breakfast and lunch that day.
Yeah, okay.
That don't count?
You cook what?
I made you chicken for your salad.
I'm not talking about them meals was over.
I cooked for you.
The meals was over. I'm talking about after I worked those meals off.
Oh, so they didn't count no more. So I didn't love you no more.
Then it was like, okay,
I needed to cook
a pot of rice, or you need to cook.
And we gotta talk about that too. I gotta address something about your cooking. But
you have to address shit. I'll address it. I shouldn't be doing it.
No. This is a serious thing I gotta tell you about. But we was on my wow. That was my wow. My woe, I don't have any woes. You know, I'm grateful, no bad news, no bad health reports. My husband loves me. I love him. All is right in the world today. Thank you, God.
What the fuck wrong with my cooking?
Don't you ever, for your own sake, eat shrimp without deveining them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I grew up eating shrimp from the Chino store, so I got a lot of deveined shrimp in me.
Yeah, but not in a long time. And I didn't want to say anything to you then because you know how sometimes
but this is why I shouldn't be cooking.
You know how sometimes when you hear things and it be psychosomatic, you be like, oh my God, I feel like my stomach hurt. So I was just kind of waiting and watching you to like make sure like you didn't
die?
To make sure you didn't get sick or like be
and
like
die.
No, not die. I didn't think you would have died, but like, you know, had the runs or been throwing up or something. I didn't think you would die from it. But yeah, you had Chino shrimp. We all ate undeveined shrimp growing up, but when you know better, you do better. And you haven't eaten
sometimes we still
undeveined shrimp in a long time.
I can't say that because sometimes we eat undeveined shrimp in restaurants. Sometimes they be, if you get like, what's the shit? Coconut shrimp or some shit like that. Sometimes them shrimp be whole.
Yeah, but we haven't had that in a long time. So
I'm
that's
just
all
saying,
I'm just saying. I just want you to be healthy.
I do too, but I shouldn't be doing it. That's why I don't know what's going on. And don't get me wrong, I cannot starve. You know, I ain't gonna fucking shrivel up in the corner. But it ain't like I'm gonna be making out some banging meals like no, it ain't
looked
gonna be
like you
did
a good job.
It was I did the best I could. No. Like I said, I ain't if you wouldn't have ate it, if you didn't eat it, I wasn't mad at you.
Yeah, the shrimp scared me.
So, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I appreciate you.
Shouldn't have been doing it.
I appreciate you stepping up. I appreciate you, Yeah.
That's like the last reason why I got married.
To cook.
Like, I don't like to have a wife who cooks. Like, there's a whole lot of reasons in front of that, but that reason's on the list too. The fuck we talking about?
I appreciate and I accept my role as being. I love cooking for you, and that's not an expectation that I have of you. Like before, we'll be like, babe, can you cook for me every now and then? I realize, and I love you with all my heart and soul. You cooking is more stress for me because you're so like frazzled by it, and you're more nervous by it, then I end up just having to help you along. Which no, if we find a recipe and we decide, hey, let's cook together, that's different. But if it's like you're gonna do it yourself, no, I'd rather just
so
that's not something that I look for
cut
you.
Myself with this fucking knife, I'm trying to think, hold my hands back like a chef. What if I slice myself and I gotta go to the fucking ER? Like she ain't here and I ain't eating. And I gotta go get fucking stitches.
Yeah, that's not something I look for you to do. I love cooking for you, but I know that, like, God forbid, if I'm sick and I can't.
Married, being I love you at the top. Last is so I can eat, so I ain't gotta cook. So
I received that.
Mine
is what was probably last on my list, so I don't ever have to take the trash out.
That's cool.
That's probably last on my list.
I don't want you in no garbage. Don't worry about that. I keep my hands in the garbage. You keep your hands in the food.
Deal.
Y'all, this on tape.
Yeah.
So no more days. Like if you think I ain't gonna be here in time, you cook in the daytime. I'll heat it up. I don't give a fuck. But that's better than me having to do it.
I appreciate that.
It's better than me having to do it. On with the show. What we got? Did you ever feel like a girl? Did you ever feel? Well, yeah. Did you ever feel like it? Because the softball team. Did you ever feel like a girl was out your league? It's like no, but a guy.
I never really felt like, and maybe this might be a little.
Are you about to give some cat because it's a guy we're talking about?
No, what do you mean?
I've
always been of the mindset that anybody that I wanted, I could have.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, wow. I've always been of that mindset.
How fucking arrogant is that?
Is it arrogant or confident?
It's arrogant. Because what you're not realizing is whoever you may say, I want him, has to want you back.
And I just always felt like I could get whatever I want.
Yeah, but the person has to want you back.
And I've always felt like they would. Whether it's and I'm not saying everybody has a different type or attract, that they're attracted to.
That's what I'm saying. So what if you wanted somebody and they looked at you and said, I like dark-skinned women, like chocolate women. You're not that. I don't like you.
A lot of people have a type. It doesn't mean that they're with that person. You know how many people have, like we've always said that, you've said that before.
And when you say want, what do you mean want? Like that person, I can sex that person or I can be with that person? Because there's a clear cut a difference.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
So what do you mean when you say anybody I can have, I can get?
I guess in a sense of both. Like, at that time of my life where I probably would think about just sexing a person and not really wanting a relationship with them. But on the other end, if it was like, okay, I just felt like outside of like physical beauty, like always felt like I had the personality, I had a sense of humor that.
But what if the person doesn't dig your representative? That's where I get stuck.
I've just never encountered that, so and maybe that's what it is. It's like feeling like you're the best driver in the world because you never got into an accident, and when you get in an accident, you realize, hey, maybe I ain't that great.
I don't think that's apples to apples. I think that's totally different. I do. I think that's totally different, and I think that's a bit of arrogance because, yes, there was one girl that I thought was out of my league, and it was in high school. Her name was Shayla Thompson.
Oh God!
And it was like we were the same age, but all the guys in the school used to like her and want her. I forget who her boyfriend was. I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. But she had a boyfriend, and it was like everybody wanted this girl, and wasn't like she was older, but she was just not I went on the market or obtainable, I guess. And it seemed like you back then, I'm talking about 91, 92, you had to have some money, a drug dealer or something like that. And I wasn't that. I was a robber and did other shit, but I wasn't a big drug dealer who came to high school every day in a car. So, a fly car at that. So yeah, I always thought like I liked this girl, but to approach her, I feel like I'm not on the level that she seems to want.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a physical thing. You just felt like your life wasn't you didn't have the pieces of the puzzle.
I didn't think I did.
Right.
I didn't think and again, as I got older, I realized, because again, I had that same confidence because a lot of girls used to say, hey, you're cute, this and this and that. And I didn't have a problem with girls growing up. So I kind of had a confidence about myself. But I also realized that there were also girls that can look at me and say, you're just not my bag. Like I always had that reality, not like this air of confidence or arrogance, like you say, where I can get anybody I want, because I might like a girl. I could be dressed, smelling good, looking good, cut, all that, and present myself, and she could just be like, you're not my bag. Like I like chocolate niggas, and I don't date guys like you. Or the shallowness that men and women have with each other. Like me, I'm a hands and feet person. Some women are teeth people. Like, so I always was insecure about that. And some women can look in your mouth and be like, no, I wouldn't date you. Some women look at you and be like, your eyes too close, and I wouldn't date you. So I'm just saying, some people can look, you're a little, you too thin, you chunky, like all that kind of stuff plays into who your representative is. And if that person if you're not that person's bag, then you're not gonna be wanted in that way. Now, could you get a person to sex you? Yeah, but to say anybody I want I can get is a little bit arrogant.
I mean, that's how I felt.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying, it's cool. We talking about back in the day, and you got who you is now, but I'm just saying that's arrogance all the way, because what if you really like the guy, like me, I really like this guy, and you got your best shit on, you smelling good, and you present yourself, or a girlfriend, hey, go tell him I like him, and he'd look and be like, nah, I'm good. You'll be like, damn, like, I got all the personality and all that good shit. I'm nice, I'm sweet, but he ain't even gonna get past the way I look. So that's a person right there that you can't get that you wanted.
If that situation had happened, then that would probably have changed my... Exactly.
If that was your experience.
But never having experienced that, like, I don't know, I just... you know, and I wasn't the type to like use somebody to. I had my own game, my own swag, my own mouth. Like I could talk for myself, so it was never, you know, that kind of. And you, like we talked about in previous episode, what I loved about you is something that I enjoy is just being able to have a conversation with somebody. So I'm okay with speaking for myself. So that was just something that, you know, I felt. Now you mentioned it's like being insecure about your teeth when you were growing up. Was there anything else that you may have been insecure about?
Not really as far as superficial things. Mm-hmm. I was more insecure about, like, I never wanted anybody to think I was dumb because I was a young black boy and supposed to be a stat. But, yeah, so I never wanted people to think that I was dumb. So I was kind of insecure about always trying to present smart, or not smart, just not dumb. Mm-hmm. But superficial things, it always was my teeth. It always was my teeth. I ain't never had no issues with my nose or eyes or, you know, any features on my face. But my teeth was something that was like, it bothered me. Even though I don't remember a girl ever saying anything about my teeth. Yeah. Ever. I don't remember a girl ever saying like, hey, I don't want to date you or kiss you because your teeth are crooked. That was just something that it bothered me. But other than that, no. No. Yeah. Have you? Being a voluptuous woman, have you ever been insecure, like, seriously, in your life about your weight, where you thought my weight may hold me back?
No. I like the insecurity that I may have just been, I guess something that I may wear, but I would correct it before I leave the house. Like, it was more so about what I thought about how I looked in something. And if I felt okay with it, then I was okay. But, you know, even to this day, if I don't feel like I look nice in something or it's showing, you know, a role that I don't want it to show, I'm not going to wear it. Now, when I was a teenager, one of the things I was insecure about, I had a stage, and I don't know, maybe this is like a genetic thing, because I know some people don't go through acne, but my sisters and I, we did. I really bad teenage acne. Like from the time, probably like...
I remember.
14 to 16, and the crazy thing, by the time I went on my prom at 17, it was clear because I was so intentional. Like, that's when people talk about that. Now, of course, acne, a lot of it is hormonal, but as a teenager, I stopped drinking soda.
That's when I stopped eating, tripping too.
I stopped eating chocolate. Yeah, it was like, okay, I gotta get this cleared up. And I'll never forget one of my friends in high school. She was like, you know, when you start having sex, your acne's gonna go away. And I'm like, and so in my mind, I used to always look at girls who didn't have acne like,
you fucking. Mm-hmm. Did you get it on your back, like men do?
No, not really. No, it was just like my forehead. I had like pizza face for it. Like, you know how some people have it like all over their cheeks and stuff like that. Not really. Mine was just my forehead, and it was bad. And it was the same for my sisters too. Like,
this kid I went to school with, I think his name was Derek. He's a light skinned dude. He had like mumps on his face, and it looked like he didn't give a shit. Like, fuck a cream, fuck a regimen. Like, I just got bumps.
Well, I mean, it's hard, and if you don't have the money to like be buying, like, you think about where we from, it wasn't a whole lot. Like, my mom might have brought home like some creams or stuff from Rite Aid or Noxzema, or, you know, rub, you know, calamine I don't know. Lotion. No, not calamine, but I never used calamine lotion because I always thought like that was for poison ivy or chicken pox or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was, for me, it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop drinking soda. I'm gonna stop eating chips. I'm gonna stop eating chocolate. And by the time I was 17, so that for me, I was you know, insecure about.
Have you always been insecure about like your clothes? Because when we met, you were maybe a little before we met, and when we first met, you were a like girl, a big girl who would wear black. And then you started to, like, I guess, I don't want to take full credit for it, but I started to encourage you to wear some color, and you look nice in, you know, a yellow shirt or
I
a
probably
pink
was.
shirt.
You know what?
If that would have never happened, would you have stayed in that, hey, I'm going to wear a black skirt and a black shirt?
I don't know if I would have. And I think it was different too, because that was like in a professional setting where I didn't know how to like shop for like business attire, so that was where I felt more comfortable. As a teenager though, I don't think like I definitely wasn't like
you had like Gap sweatsuits of all colors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think going into the professional world and having to buy like work clothes is where I felt like I had to kind of get acclimated and get used to that, and you helping me do that. But as a teenager, one of the things too I was insecure about was clothes, in a sense that we didn't have a lot of money. I mean, we always had like, you know, clean clothes and stuff like that, but I had to repeat a lot of clothes. And like, and maybe that's where some of my like shopping comes from, of like, and some things I'd be like, oh, I'm going to wear this again, but I don't know, that's another story. But I remember having jeans, or like a good pair of jeans, and maybe two, and it was like having to repeat those because it wasn't a whole lot, or they were like I guess what we used to wear then, Levi's or something like that. Well, I never wore Guess jeans. But yeah, so that was one of the things I was insecure about. But it's weird because when you think back on it, the things that you're insecure about, like you said, nobody ever mentioned your teeth. Like, other people probably aren't even paying attention to.
Yeah,
it's internal. Yeah, it's your own.
That's why it's inner.
Yeah, it's your own mental battle playing on you, which is, you know, so many people who are insecure, when it does start to show on the outside, that's when people notice it. But yeah, nobody
I spent my whole life worrying about something that never happened.
The same thing. It was like nobody ever mentioned anything. I don't even know if anybody ever noticed that. And don't get me wrong, it's probably how I got good at like remixing outfits, because it would be like, okay, I'm gonna wear these jeans, but I could wear with that, I could wear with that, I could wear with that, or this shirt now I can wear with these. Like, so I knew how to wear things differently, but it was the same thing.
When you were right before me, we've been together since you was 19, I want to say. But when you were 17, 16, if you were turned away from a boy or somebody didn't want you because of your weight, in your mindset then, do you think it would have made you like a workout freak, or you just would have been confident and been like, hey, fuck it, it's your loss?
I don't know. That's hard to say. Like,
when you think about your mindset at 17.
I probably would have just felt like that was their loss. Yeah, because I wasn't easily influenced or easily persuaded. So I wasn't that. I didn't succumb to peer pressure like that. Like,
but that would have been an experience that you had on your own. And it would have been
but it's peer pressure from the boy, is what I'm saying though. Like kind of reverse peer pressure. So I mean, it's hard to say how you would feel. I can't imagine that I probably would have, like, you know, been one of them girls who now I'm gonna start starving myself or like just working out crazy.
I'm thinking at that time you would have had a reaction. I don't know what the reaction would have been, but I didn't know you. I knew you, but I didn't know you that well to speak about your mindset.
But see, except my weight then wasn't an issue, because like I was thick, but it was like acceptable thick.
Right.
It wasn't like I was much smaller than I wish I was the size now that I was at 17. Like, I was
all do, babe.
Hell, I was under 200 pounds.
I probably was 190.
Yeah, so I mean
180.
Yeah,
like,
so my weight wasn't an issue then. That wasn't until, you know, I became an adult. So that wasn't even. Yeah, that wasn't, again, like I was thick for my age, but it wasn't an issue at all for me. Another thing too, I remember when I was in 4th grade, this boy, he started calling me shark teeth, just because of my canine teeth here. And it's weird because you know, when kids, it got to me, but when I think back on it, it might have lasted for 2 weeks. Like it.
And that's why I was asking that to Because I meant like if you would have went through something that actually got to you, like I like this boy, but it actually hurt my feelings that he don't want me. Would you would have had that? That's why I was asking that, because I was thinking it was something that would have got to you.
Yeah, I mean, again,
it's not like a whim, like I seen a guy in a bar, like, no, I really like this boy, but he ain't feeling me because he say I'm big. Like, that shit hurt.
Yeah, at that age, that wasn't even a factor. So, I mean, who knows how you would react in that kind of situation, but that wasn't a factor.
Okay. Yeah. Confidence, insecurity. What are you insecure about us?
No, not at all. Like, no. I don't. That's not something. No. I mean, yeah, I don't have any insecurities.
That was easy. Let's move right on then.
But, no, I mean, I don't. Like, there's nothing about us that I feel insecure about. Like, I'm not insecure when it comes to other women. You go to the gym by yourself. I don't feel like, oh, I gotta be there to watch you. You know. But guess what? And right now I'm having a little dermatological issue, so I don't have my ring on, and I feel like I need to wrap something around it, because I be wanting to remind people, this ain't that.
Big boy said hi today.
No.
No neck.
No.
Said hi today.
No.
Tighten his ass right up.
No.
10-pound weight. Right upside the fucking noggin.
I don't feel that.
Gym forever.
I don't feel any kind of insecurities. Like, I know women. I know my man looks good, so I know women compliment you, but it's funny because to me it's like, y'all don't even know the half. Like, y'all see he look good, but y'all have no idea how great of a man he is. So just the surface layer, shallow thing, and just seeing you physically is one thing. But yeah, I don't have any insecurities. I'm okay with you, helping somebody get something off the top shelf in the market. If somebody needed help, we don't have to pump our gas, but I'm just thinking like some movie stuff, pumping their gas or something. Like, I know I trust you, so that's why I don't have any insecurity. Like, I don't feel that there's anything that you would do, so I don't care about anybody else's actions. I know you're not going to succumb to that.
I don't have any insecurities about you either. Like, you go to a bunch of different places and be with a bunch of different people all day. I don't feel insecure, like the need to call you and be like, what you doing, or think that you talking to somebody. So I don't feel insecure in no way in that aspect of our relationship. I do worry about you a lot. So I don't know if that's the same energy, but I worry about you a lot, about life, about health, about you being overwhelmed, how much you put on yourself, your mental. Like, I worry about you 24 hours a day, and that is, it's not an insecurity, but it's an energy that's like, sometimes when you like laying in my arms, I can feel it like subside, almost like you
like, I'm safe.
Yeah, like it just like goes, and I can feel it in my body, like, like, okay, she good. But when like life starts, like Monday morning starts, and it's work, and it's this, it's that, and it's you're that way, I'm this way. Yeah, I'm like super stressed on a certain side of my body. Although I'm at work and doing shit and handling problems and putting out fires, I'm always like, damn, I wonder if she's okay. I wonder if her car is okay. I wonder if anybody getting on her nerves. I wonder if she ate, like all those things. So it's a lot.
Oh, I appreciate you caring about me. I mean, I know your worrying comes from you caring, but I don't want the worry to be stressful on you, and I don't know if there's anything I can do for it not to be.
No,
but
I think it's just an aspect of love, like somebody you care about. You don't mean to worry, but you care if they're okay.
Yeah.
And there's a line between caring if they're okay and worrying, and clearly I'm crossed the line.
I think about you and worry a little bit about you more mentally than physically, because I know you don't share everything with me.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I probably ask you a lot, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
But just like wanting you to be okay. So, I kind of get it now. I know on the scale you are, because I'm a woman, because I'm your woman, because I'm out in the streets a lot, because I'm in areas that, you know, are sometimes unsafe, environments that are unsafe. So I get that you have all of that piled up. So, you know, I love you and I appreciate you. Question. We was talking about the gym. So you don't ever feel any insecurities when I go to the gym without you?
I'll be shooting the shit with you. I don't feel no insecurity. I know my wife looks good. I mean, y'all see who I sit next to every week. It's Tasha. So for me, you're everything to me. You're beautiful to me. I know people like you. I know people want you. But no, I don't feel like I need to be like in the gym poked out like y'all better not speak to her. Now, obviously, when I'm there, there better not be no disrespect. But no, I don't feel like you can't go to the gym without me.
No,
you know, motherfuckers gonna say hi, or somebody gonna try to talk to you. Like, yeah.
What if y'all was at the gym and you came a little bit later? Like when you came, like somebody was showing me how to use a machine or something.
Then you out of pocket.
No, not like touching me, but like
you're still out of pocket.
Oh, okay.
Just don't use the fucking machine until you're there with me, because the shoe was on the other foot. And I turn around and you there and be like, oh, hi. And this is my wife right here. You'll just be like, with that look, like, as soon as we get out the gym, we talking about this. And it'll be like, the whole time I'm in the gym, I'll be scared. Like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck she gonna say? Is she mad about this?
I wouldn't have a problem with you showing somebody how. No, not like when you like, or I'm gonna stand behind you and pull it down.
Like bend down.
No.
Like, no, bend down. You bend down like, no, you go lower.
No. And I would never. First of all, if somebody thought they was going to get behind me and show me how, I don't even like to be positioned in a certain direction if like my lower half is going, like that just makes me feel so cringy. Like I don't want anybody staring at me, and that's trauma stuff, but I don't even want anybody staring at me in that way, or me feeling like that part of my body is exposed.
And it's crazy because I'm a guy. I look at women and I look at all parts of them. So it's like you can get caught staring at women, in they face too long, they ass, they crotch, like they titties, they whatever, your neck, whatever you looking at, you can get like, what the fuck you looking at? And it'd be like, oh shit, like I didn't catch me looking at your butt. I'm sorry.
Some of the girls in the gym,
especially when you're in a closed area like the gym, like you 5-6 feet away from somebody, so it's you glancing.
But I catch myself looking too, because sometimes women are doing exercises and I be looking like, watching their form and thinking like, oh, I might want to incorporate that into what I'm doing. But you never know with women, they could be like, but I mean, it could be something simple, like when you on the treadmill, when those girls are like pulling so they may not.
A lot of that's thirst trap. I'm telling you, a lot of that's thirst trap.
Well, I be looking, thinking
when they do the stretch thing and they got the ass poked out with the back arch and they're doing this, because I count everything all the time. The steps I go down, shit I do with I count all the time. So I see people doing 3 reps, doing 8 reps. Like those are weird numbers for you to stop at the rep like that. Like do 10. Why are you stopping at 6?
But some people do reps timed rather than number sets. They may do it for 30 seconds. I'm just throwing it out there, but I just say that to say I probably sometimes stare too long, but not in a sexual manner. But I just be thinking like, okay, I want to watch her form. I want to see like, okay, is that for her back? Is that for her shoulders, her biceps? But yeah, I wouldn't have no problem with you giving somebody some. It's funny because my sister had put something in her social media story.
Your sister's my sister.
Yes, our youngest sister. She was saying,
make it seem like somebody I don't know.
Well, not for herself, but she was like, ladies, if y'all looking for a man, they at the gym. She was like, I ain't looking for one, but it be men at the gym. And she was like, all you gotta do is like act like you don't know how to use a machine, she was saying the step up platform. She didn't know how to move it down, so she did ask somebody to help her. She was like, they always be willing to help. So once they help, you can kind of shoot your shot. But that's where they at, the gym.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of thirst traps in there. It'd be a lot of girls in there doing nothing, just walking around, sitting around.
I'm not with this whole culture of these workout tights that's like panties up your ass crack. Like,
I found out today those are Lululemon.
Not all Lululemon. Some of them from Amazon.
A lot of them are knockoffs, but I'm saying Lululemon makes those ones that have the thing around the ass and accentuates all the crotches.
I'm just saying, everybody ain't buying $100 Lululemon.
I didn't say that
tights.
they were. I just said those are the people who make them. I didn't say that that's all the people who make them.
You said those are Lululemon.
Yeah, those tights that you see with the things on them underneath the asses and all those originated in Lululemon. I looked this up and I just found this out today.
You said those originated.
Yeah, but other people sell them. Like a different store might sell them. They ain't gonna be Lululemon. They'll be their brand, but that design came from them.
That's all I'm saying. Most of those tights is like from Amazon or TikTok Shop.
Cool.
TikTok Shop is known for making those tights with the stitching down the butt crack, so you don't have a choice. They look like they're up. They separate your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to have on tights that's made like that, which is still a lot exposed. But it's another thing to have on the boy short tights. You might as well have
light-skinned girl in the gym be wearing
that work there.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you? Again, you're a girl and all y'all are women, so y'all might feel comfortable with something up your ass crack like that. Like it. For a man, you'll be picking at that shit every 5 seconds. Like, get the fuck out my butt.
Yeah, the comfortability
but
of
to have it like
nothing.
up your ass like that, and like you said, spreading your cheeks apart is wild.
The physical the physical comfortability of it is nothing. It probably feels amazing because if they fit right, if they don't move, that's the thing with workout tights. If you don't have to pull them up or adjust them, and you can work out and they don't move and they just lay and they good. That part is probably feels awesome, but the mental comfortability is what is weird to me. Like, if you at the beach, there's an expectation of some nudity.
Now you got this big old donkey working out.
We're in this place where you purposely gotta bend over, you purposely gotta squat, or you gotta open your legs.
Sweat.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you feel comfortable doing that? But to each their, I'm not gonna say I'm not judging, because I am judging some. It's to me, it just looks inappropriate. If it was my child, absolutely. When I say my child, my 18, 19, 20-year-old child who is technically an adult, absolutely, I would not let my niece go to the gym like that.
The stomachs be out, and they have a women's section, so
I don't care about the stomach being out.
You can go in the women's section, and they got, some of the same weights that you can work out with, where it's enclosed and it's just women. But
I don't care about the stomach being out, because I would love to work out in a sports bra and sweatpants. And that's the thing for me. I like working out in sweatpants more, because working out in tights and you sweating and everything all tight to you feels icky to me.
I like working out in loose shit too. But we're going off script here.
Is there a script?
No, but do you struggle with any confidence? I didn't want to get away from the segue. Damn, I had a eyelash in my eye.
We
was talking about how much confidence we had and arrogance and insecurity and all that. Have you ever struggled with any confidence in any aspect? Work, life, spiritually.
With work, in some aspects, I kind of always feel like
I can't do it.
No. I kind of always feel like I can learn to do anything, within realm, right? But there are some times where, like, depending on what it is, I might second guess myself. And I usually end up being successful in accomplishing, like, whether it's a project or something like that. But it's like I go in confident, and then I start to second guess myself, and then I finish with a bang. So yeah, I kind of mentally F myself sometimes there, where I add more stress than it needs to be. And I'm bad where I will add.
So hold on, you have the confidence in the beginning, then you lose it when you get in the thick of it, and then you gain it back at the end.
Yeah, and it's like
So you talk yourself up to say I can do this when you know that you can't. So you kind of pep talk yourself, and then once you start hands-on experience, you're like, oh.
And you know what it usually is too? I will procrastinate to the end, till I don't have a choice but to get it done, and then it'd be like, oh, this wasn't as hard as I fooled myself into thinking.
To learn something or a task?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah, I make it harder than
that's not good to wait to procrastinate to learn something.
I make it harder than it needs to be. I mean, procrastinate
so if you have to learn
to the
something,
sense.
if you have to learn something for work, you'll procrastinate till like I really need to know this, and maybe you do your best learning when you're like that. Then.
Under pressure, maybe.
Yeah.
I procrastinate for myself to the point where I'm on time for whomever.
Right.
But for myself, I procrastinate and wait and again, maybe it's that thing where I need the pressure to force myself to do it. I don't know.
Like if the heads up said, "Hey, Tosh, we need you to learn this in 2 weeks,"
and I might wait until like the 12th day.
For real.
Yeah, so I'll make the 2-week mark, but yeah,
the last 3 days of the 2 weeks, you're going to be stressed out trying to jam all this shit in.
Maybe the last day, and I'll have it done, and they will never know, and it'll be great. But I'll psych myself up to feel like it's going to be too much or too difficult, or I don't know. Like, I got a reading comprehension issue where like I have to like really break things down when I read it to understand it. And it's really about taking that time to do what I know I need to do. And I probably make it harder than it needs to be.
Hey, my baby autistic, y'all. Slightly autistic in here. Yeah.
Other than that, confidence, in this. Again, going back to the clothes thing, it's more of a vanity thing. Sometimes I'm a little insecure about things that I wear, just not wanting it to show, showing too much of the too much. But, that's pretty much it.
I'm insecure. I mean, not that confident about dressing now. That's why I always ask you to, or I often ask you to pick me out something to wear. Because I just don't want to dress like an old man, but I don't want to dress like a young dude either. Like I'm a YN, but it's difficult. Who knew that as you get older, it would be that hard. I used to know how to dress when I was younger, a teenager. Like I never looked bad. I always looked fly. But as you get older, I mean, don't get me wrong. I could go out the house and look nice, but I can also be monotone. I can also be monolithic. I can also be sets, like when you talk about what do they call it?
Coordinates.
No, when you have like separates, like it's not a suit, but I don't know how to piece together things like that all that great.
You know what I think it comes from for you?
What?
You stopped shopping, so it's like your style didn't evolve.
Yep.
You kind of had stuff for a long time, so you weren't like in and out of stores or in and out of fashion to like keep up with what you thought you liked. You stopped shopping, and you will buy yourself stuff forcefully, and then it'll be like, all right, and then you won't buy yourself anything else for a long time, but you'll be saying, I'm tired of wearing the same thing. Well, because how long did you think those things were, especially at this phase of your life where you lost so much weight, so you kind of need like a whole new wardrobe, and you're resistant.
I'm working on it.
I know. You're getting
Baby
better
steps,
though. And I love the fact that you are more receptive to my input. Not that I'm like the fashion queen, but
people think you are and you're not. Like
I just really said I'm not.
I'm just saying people think you are and she's not. Like y'all don't know. She get dressed.
I just know how to put pieces
and
together.
And there's 5 different outfits on the floor or the bed. Or we're not gonna talk about the emotional times where she needs me, but
ladies, y'all know. Sometimes
she'll come out the house looking put together.
I feel fat. All these jeans is hugging me the wrong spot.
What if I say, let me hit that? You'll be like, I don't feel fat no more. Okay.
Let
me put my leg out.
Like
all of a sudden, I don't feel fat no more.
Not at all.
I feel very sexy right now.
3 grams.
Elon Musk has been the first, he is a United States citizen, the first American to accumulate a $500 billion net worth. 500 billion.
I mean,
like 1 billion lasts 33 years.
Wait, so how much did Jeff Bezos have?
About 300 something billion.
Oh, okay.
But he got divorced and gave his
Yeah. That's why I said had. Yeah.
I don't think that matters though. When you have 300 billion, you get divorced and got to give her 120.
Yeah, and she's been giving away a lot of it.
Yeah, y'all still got billions. So yeah, I don't think that's an issue. But just the wealth disparity that some people can't buy chicken and some people can't buy bread and food or struggle to do so, and somebody has a net worth of 500 billion.
Not even somebody who doesn't, I don't believe that they have like good intentions for people. That makes it even more a little disheartening because, you know, what good is he doing for the world?
I guess he would say I'm making cars and advancing technology and going to space and advancing technology.
Is that going to feed little Bobby who didn't eat for the last 2 nights?
No.
So, I mean, you know, is it to be applauded? I mean, it's not even something that, I'm not going to say it's not achievable because obviously he achieved, but it's not even something that the common person would even aspire to. 500 billion, it ain't enough 500 billions but so many people to have that much.
I seen somebody say on the internet that Elon Musk has all these billions. It's 8 billion people in the world. If he gave everybody $1 billion, he would only be down 8 billion.
Think about that. Everybody $1 billion.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Second Graham. Bad Bunny is going to do the Super Bowl halftime performance. Lots of people
Andale. No, that's
are
Mexican.
happy about this. The whole 15-minute set is supposed to be in Spanish. He's just coming off a Puerto Rico tour he did because he's not performing in the States because ICE will be at a lot of his events and he think like his fans will be in trouble. So that's why he's only performing in Puerto Rico. He just did Puerto Rico for 31 days straight and sold out 70,000 every night.
And he also did it to boost the economy in Puerto Rico as well.
$750 million he bought there in 31 days.
Yeah, it was also to boost the economy. You know, I saw somebody post a very satirical message on it was on Threads. It was like, Bad Bunny shouldn't do the Super Bowl. They should pick an American artist who's won 8 Billboard awards, who's been at the top of such and such charts for however long, who sold, you know, this many million records. That's who they should pick to do the Super Bowl. But all of those things are characteristics of him. He is an American. Puerto Ricans are Americans. He has 8 Billboard awards. Like all of these stats that they outlined,
all the accolades was his.
It sounded like he was describing somebody else, but
he was describing Bad Bunny.
Exactly. And
there's not like, a bigger star next to Taylor Swift, there's not a bigger star. For somebody to go and sell out 70,000 for 31 straight days. I mean, I love Beyonce. She's the goat of goats, but she ain't doing that.
No.
She ain't doing that at all. So he's a mega star. He's a mega star to do some shit like that. 31 days every night, 70,000 people. That's insane. And people went 5 and 6 and 7 times. Like, that's crazy that his fan base is like that.
But you know what I think is funny about it? I think it's a big FU to the government because when you think about it, right? Football as we know it here, the NFL is an American sport. The rest of the world, to them, football, well, like in Puerto Rico, football is soccer. Mm-hmm. But to the rest of the world, soccer is like a major sport. That's not a major sport here in the U.S. But the fact that they are selecting him, who is a Latino artist, a Hispanic Latino artist, is really, if you think about America, and all of the immigrants that we have here who are a Latino, it's like entertainment for them. Not to say he doesn't have other fans and other fans won't be entertained by it. But to me, that's why it kind of made me laugh, like a big FU to the government. Like, we are doing this in support of them because, you know, they love Bad Bunny.
You know who's in charge of the halftime show.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's obviously they want to make things more hip-hop and more us. And he's a part of, he got a toe in the culture. You know, he ain't the culture, but he's got a toe in the culture. So I could see him picking him to do the halftime show. Now, Trump actually said Ice will be at the Super Bowl. He said that today. Ice will be at the Super Bowl. So I think the NFL, $16 billion a year, they're going to have a conversation with government to be like, hey, the people at the Super Bowl are not necessarily the Latino people that you think are going to be here. Like, these are corporate people and all these kinds
when I say entertainment for the Latino people, I mean via television.
Yeah.
Because the common everyday immigrant ain't at the Super Bowl.
$6,000. So it's not like you're gonna be pulling up on a car wash.
Exactly.
No, it's not that.
So I'm not thinking.
And we got huge sponsors out here that they don't want to see Ice grabbing people at the Super Bowl. So the NFL is going to intervene with that. But Trump did say Ice will be at the Super Bowl, just to play on like Bad Bunny's going to be there.
Yeah, but again, the people that you're looking for ain't gonna be there. Yeah. So
Gram 3. Government is shut down as of 12 o'clock last night. What's that mean? Does that mean banks? Does that mean some government buildings?
Government buildings, not banks.
Aren't some banks government banks?
No, the mint, like but okay.
Some banks like Merrill Lynch aren't government banks. Shit like that.
No, that's a brokerage. Like that. No, that's like a private brokerage. So I don't know other than like government offices and stuff like that, and I don't even know which ones are going to be closed, because we also have to remember this is on a federal level too. So like your county offices and stuff like that, this isn't affecting them. But when you think about the federal buildings, so like IRS, Social Security, but Social Security is by the counties too. So
it's a state thing.
Yes, I mean it's a national thing, but it is individual by county. Like there's county social, like if you had to go to Social Security, you go into Social Security and we would go to Social Security in this county. So that's not necessarily impacted. I know TSA. So TSA is not, they're not getting paid right now, which can pose an issue, because how many people gonna keep showing up for work when they're not getting paid? Right. And they said last time this happened, they called out in record numbers people using PTO and sick time, because again, who's showing up without getting paid? How many days you gonna work for free? Right. So that's something that and we know, like,
what else are some federal buildings? Are libraries a part of that?
Nope, libraries are local, municipal. You think about like park rangers. So like if you were going to
the Liberty Bell shit.
Exactly. Park rangers in general are federal employees. You think about.
So does that mean the state parks are closed?
They may not be closed, but there just may not be security.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If you had to do any dealings with the IRS, you may be unsuccessful right now, because I think they may be closed.
What if you wanted to get a passport right now?
That might be shut down. That might be. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, there might be some delays with that. So I mean, again, and there may be some departments that are like TSA workers. They can't be closed, but again, you can't force people to show up if people call out.
Will can that have a trickle down effect on flights, because we don't have security checkpoints?
Well,
like under order, like we supposed to have, like say when we go through a TSA and take off shoes, there's 25 of them there. Okay, we got 6.
It could definitely delay people getting through. So, now where they tell people to be 2 hours ahead, depending on what time your flight is, you might need to be 3 or 4 hours ahead. I mean, so that it definitely could have a trickle down effect in that aspect. Now, the thing is, how long is it going to last?
Well, it don't seem like it's affecting a lot. You named like 2 entities. You said the IRS and TSA. That don't seem like it's affecting the people a whole lot.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It may not have.
I thought it was like a lot of federal buildings that was going to be closed. Like a bunch of shit. I didn't know it was like just a few things.
Yeah. So I mean, just looking at it's shut down. It's live. They shut down on Wednesday. they pause to cancel. It can result in like funding being interrupted for different programs. But I mean, you got to think like, okay, states get federal funding for different programs, but it's not like they waiting for that on a weekly basis. Right. But if that's why I said it depends.
Quarterly.
It's or annually in some cases. So it's how long is it going to last will determine the real trickle down effect. So you know that's the impact of it is, let's see. So the real impact on government shutdown, again, air travel is the biggest thing because of TSA. Right. But veterans benefits, military operations continue, but pay for military workers or civilian workers may be delayed. So that's the thing. If you work for a federal job, your paycheck may be delayed. Okay. You know, if you working at the IRS, that's why I said some places your job might not be closed, but how often you gonna keep showing up without getting a paycheck?
But what else is federal other than the IRS? That's what we keep
Veterans
saying.
Affairs,
what about
TSA, the prisons. Well, I mean, again, those COs they may stop showing up. Okay. So if you're talking about federal detention centers, they may stop showing up. Mm. So I mean, the direct effect that it'll have on us is minimal, but
depending on how long it go.
Exactly.
That's a wrap. Act 2 the podcast, episode 246, coming to a close. It's your boy International Walk.
It's your real Tasticles with the mostest.
If y'all fuck with us, y'all fuck with us. If y'all don't, y'all should. Peace.